Dímelo, Bo Dominican York, brothers and sisters. I don't know what this world is coming to. Radio. All right, man. Hey, I got a beautiful Travis Scott dunk from Mr. Hugh. Hey, sorry for a little singing, doing a little Public Enemy. My roots, second generation hip hop, born in 75. Born and raised at the Mecca of hip hop, New York City. Anyway, let's really talk about these sneakers, right? These are the dunks. And these from Mr. Hugh, I like a little better than the previous dunks that I finally got from First.AJ off IG. These soles are solid. Not like, let me make sure I take this out. I'll do that again with the other insole out. See, this one is pliable. I can squeeze it. This one is not. Now, one thing I saw on retail pics, I don't have to hold the toe boxes up next to each other, is that the toe box, this toe box, looks correct according to the pictures online. And this one doesn't, even though I like the shape of this toe box better. This Mr. Hugh toe box, I like better. And you see the pinks. Mr. Hugh's pink is a little richer, not as pale. I'm not sure which one's correct. I'm not 100% sure which one's correct. I haven't had retail in hand. I meant to have my iPad up here so we could pull up the retail pic. I looked it up earlier, but honestly, I don't remember if it's a lighter or darker shade. I was really looking at the paisley print, that jean print. I was looking at this pattern. I was looking at this pattern. I was looking at the heel. This is another place where you'll see some distinction. The hue of the pink, I think. The fidelity of the Nike stitching, which I think is better on the First.AJ pair. I like the stitching on the back of the Hugh pair. I like the shape of the Hugh pair a little bit better in the back than I do the First.AJ. And you see the difference in the size. And these are both 9.5s, by the way. These are both 9.5s. They both do fit true to size. I'm going to have to do some more investigating on this because I see some definite differences. See, the spacing is wider on this First.AJ and it's tighter on this Mr. Hugh. But then the lettering up here with the Nike is looser and not as sharp on the Mr. Hugh, and it's tighter. And maybe because it's smaller. Maybe they felt like they had to make this bigger because this is a bigger patch where this is a smaller patch. Anyway, I know I'm getting into my new details. And I know I already did a review on these with the pink laces. It's really about the Mr. Hugh. Let's do a black light. These things, if I remember correctly, nothing at all. I don't believe I've worn these. I've worn the First.AJ pair out. I have not worn this Mr. Hugh pair out. And again, I think, and there's a watermark, I think people would call out the First.AJ pair with that toe box first, unless you really knew what you were looking at. Because each shoe may have a distinct shape. And I know different generations of dunks have different toe boxes. Oh, look at the way the letters light up. Does it do that on the First.AJ badge? Look. See, that was one thing I was wondering about. Look, on the Hugh badge, all the Cactus Jack writing on the heel lights up. On the First.AJ, it doesn't. I would believe this to be correct. Mr. Hugh. And let me make sure. I don't remember if the First.AJ had guidelines. I don't believe it did. I thought the shoe was perfect, and then I squeezed the sole. And I think that happened live on camera when I did the review on these. They're super clean. Love the shape. But the doggone things, and I think the other one is a lot more squeezable. Yeah, look at that. Look at how pliable that outsole is. It's ridiculous. Look. That really, really disappointed me. I can't do that. And that's the one that doesn't have the... Look, I can't do that with the Mr. Hugh batch. His outsole is impeccable. Let's see if I can take the insole out. If I can get it, if I can get my finger under it. There it goes. SB bottom, extra padding. Ooh, look at all that stitching. Good quality. Guide hole. Good stitching throughout. Decent stitching, good stitching. See if I can actually peek at the tag. Production dates, August 19 through November 19. I wonder if the first .aj says the same thing. August of 19 through September of 19. So that one is 1 month. But good insole. And this one, I did keep the rope laces in because they were really not misshaped. The reason I ended up putting the pink laces in this one is because the rope laces that came in it were a little bit stretched out or pulled and a little bit deformed. And I didn't like that look. This shoelace came pretty much intact. Everything looks pretty uniform. I wonder, you see the shade of the brown's a little different. I think the edging, the top of the toe box, not the front, the back of the toe box, I believe is wider on the first .aj pair. Both good quality shoes. Obviously, the outsole on this pair, the first .aj, is wonky, where this one is completely solid. The toe box, again, the discrepancy on the toe box. I like the shape of this toe box, which is what most dunks, modern dunks, are like. But online, all the toe boxes look like this, like the older dunk generation toe box. And then, of course, again, sorry about all this mess. I got them true to size, my natural size of 9.5. This is the Mr. Hugh box, Nike SB Dunk Low Premium Quick Strike, 9.5, release 11. Came in a pretty solid box, no stamps, got tissue paper. This is what's supposed to be the special box, and that green and white sticker. Between the two boxes, different shades. Mr. Hugh box is a darker shade of pink and brown, and a different shade of brown on the front here. Charlie Tango 5053, Charlie Tango 5053, 001, 001. So everything looks good. Everything looks good. But thank you guys for hanging out. This is again the Travis Scott from Mr. Hugh. So now I got two pairs because I didn't think I'd like this shoe, but I really like rocking these. They're really comfortable on foot. Again, they're true to size for me on both the 9.5 in the first.aj, and the 9.5 for Mr. Hugh. Again, I want to thank you for hanging out with me. Que Dios te bendiga. Peace.